Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Storm Arena Baki Hanma. Yeah, I don't know anything about him either. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valaverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, here we have the Baki Hanma from Storm Arena. Now, Storm Collectibles is not a stranger to the Baki Hanma franchise. They have done several figures in their Storm collectible size, which is on the larger end of that 1/12 scale. I've heard people refer to this as true 1/12 scale. I don't know what that means, but I do know that he is definitely smaller than the Storm collectibles versions. They also have his father out, Yujiro Hanma. So if you don't know anything about this, because I certainly didn't prior to buying it. I only bought this figure because he looks really cool to pose. I just want a fun pocket figure, and that's precisely what this is. But you can check out the newest version of the anime. It is streaming on Netflix. If you have a Netflix account, it basically follows the adventures of this kid trying to be a better, stronger, faster fighter than his father, who is Yujiro. And has a lot of cake. That's all I know about his dad. And then in the series, he goes around fighting a bunch of increasingly stronger bad guys. And so I've already had this guy opened up. So if you're worried about why he looks like this in the package, it's because I've put him back in for this review. I have taken him out and done a full YouTube short, which you can find on my page, of just posing him up. We've got some nice poses of the figure on that side. The Japanese logo right there, because over there, I guess it's called Baki Hanma, son of Ogre. Nice picture of the figure there, and then several shots of the figure here on the back in different ways you can pose him. He is crazy poseable and a lot of fun. So let's get this guy opened up and take a closer look. As far as accessories goes, he does come with the Storm Arena stand. Now, I've heard people say that they don't like these stands because they're very unsightly. I will say that they are on the bulkier side, but I will also say that they are a fantastic stand. You can do pretty much whatever you want. You got the versatility of a metal clamp versus a plastic clamp. The range of motion you get out of this is kind of unmatched. So yeah, it's a little unsightly, but I do appreciate it for what it is. It's very intricate for a, for an included stand that comes with a basically a $26, $27 figure. You do get a couple of sets of hands. You get like these gripping hands, and they are very soft and rubbery, just like the Storm Arena Ken and Ryu figures that are out already. Very soft and pliable. I love these hands right here. They're so versatile. You can do so many different poses with these very posed gesturing hands. And then, of course, on him in the package, he comes with 2 punchies. He also comes with this screaming face, which, this is a face he makes quite a bit in the anime. I am trying to watch the anime. It just doesn't really hold my interest that much. But here is the figure itself. And, we're going to go over size in just a minute, but you can already see, like, he's small. He's palm size. I don't know what people mean when in the reviews they say he's true 1/6 or 1/12 scale. I'm not sure what that means. Like, if we were to stand him up here, and we're going to do some comparisons here with some other figures, but, just backing him up, you can see he's coming in at like little under 5.5, just over 5 and a quarter. So he is a small figure, but you know, if you're looking for a pocket figure, man, this is totally it. As far as articulation goes, let's go over that because this guy's got that in spades. He can shunt forward quite a bit with his neck because of all the articulation here. Quite a bit of range of motion all the way around. He can look up that far. The hair is like a little soft and rubbery, but honestly, it doesn't really get in the way at all. He can look down that far, although with his height, I'm not sure who he's looking down on. Just like the Ken and Ryu that's out, the chest is kind of the soft, pliable, rubbery plastic. He has got a fantastic butterfly joint that comes all the way over. In front of him, you can see how far over that comes. You can see how it opens up. You just want to mind the gap, of course, but if you keep it closed, it's still quite a bit of a distance with that ball joint that he has. The arms can go out to the side, get a little bit higher than a T-pose, and go all the way around, of course. You've got that bicep swivel. You've got double-jointed pinless arms, but because of his bulging muscles, it's only going to go about that far. You do get a hinge and swivel at the wrist. The hands are very easy. With them being rubbery, they're very easy to pop on and off. No issues there at all. With the torso, just with the upper torso bend, he can bend that far, but with the added waist articulation, he can bend down that far, bend backwards that far, and not much of a gap at all. He can't rotate side to side. It's on the ball joint, so he can move all the way around. Very solid figure. It feels very solid. Doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart on you. The legs have a very generous drop down, so he can go forward that far, out to the side, and then back quite a ways. He has a very, I guess, trademark kick. So he can get into a pose like that, which is just, this is what I'm talking about. This is crazy, crazy good articulation. He's just so fun to pose and fidget with. He does have a very natural hidden thigh cut right there, which I love. You can see he's got the very elongated lower leg. Again, it's indicative of the art style in both the anime and the manga. So he does have, just had a figure take a nosedive back there. I guess I'm still haunted from the holidays. If you know, you know. Leg can go back that far, double jointed pinless knees. And then we do have the lower foot, ankle, rocker, hinge, swivel, all the articulation there. Let me show you one of these hands. I just wanted to show you like what I'm talking about when I say these hands are very versatile and they can do a whole lot. Because he has this little thing where like he may like rub his nose like before a fight, kind of, thumb his nose at his opponent. He can definitely get it out there if he's getting ready to punch. But, like this guy, he could just get into some amazing poses. There's just, whenever I was doing a pose video with this guy, there wasn't anything that I tried that I was like, oh man, I just can't get him in that pose. Like he does whatever you want him to, and he looks good doing it. The paint is really nice all over this guy. There's a very subtle, deep recessed, like pinkish tone in the recesses of his muscles. He does have like scarring, which is not just painted on, it's actually sculpted into the mold, so you can feel the scars on his body, and they are nicely painted. He does have the wraps around the ankles and wrists. Yeah, this guy is pretty fantastic. It makes me almost want the Yujiro figure, his dad, although his proportions are a little weirder and a little more exaggerated because of the way he's drawn in both the anime and the manga. So I don't know, it doesn't really appeal to me, but I feel like I want a bad guy for this guy to fight. Maybe I'll wait to see if Storm Arena is going to give us some different opponents for Baki Hanma in the future. Maybe I'll just keep it to this guy. But let's get this guy standing straight up and down on the ground and bring out some size comparisons. Okay, I'm not going to trot out too many figures because, we could be here all day. But here is what he looks like next to the Ken from Storm Arena. So this is your smaller Ken. This is not the Jada Toys Ken, but I did want to bring out the Jada Toys Fei Long, just to show you, this is a little guy. He is surprisingly small. You may get him and find that he's too small for your liking. But like I said, with a singular figure that I just want to put in my pocket and play with, a pocket figure, man, he is that. Getting him out of the way, did want to bring in, like, here he is compared to a, Marvel Legends. He is just going to be dwarfed. If you wanted to toss him in your Marvel Legends display or even your McFarlane toys, Superman just towers over him. It's kind of ridiculous, but there he is. There's the size comparison, and let's get this guy into some poses and see how he poses up. Like I said, I don't know if this figure is for everybody. I think maybe if you are a pose queen, if you are someone who really enjoys the Baki Hanma universe, in anime, manga, storyline, then this is definitely a figure for you. I know nothing of this. I knew nothing of it other than it was a series of characters that Storm Collectibles have been making figures of that I knew nothing of, and they looked kind of a little weird. But after I've seen people pose this figure and how much fun they have with it, I want to have that fun too. So I picked this guy up. I want to say he was like $28, $27 at Big Bad Toy Store. To me, he's worth it. I have gotten my money's worth out of it, even if I don't do anything else with it at all. I love it, and I think it's great. And if you like to pose figures and have fun, then I think you will too. Please check out our podcast called Across the Toyverse. Comes out every 2 weeks. We're on episode 11 right now. Be sure to check us out over on Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.